gentlemen, we are back. More singles action here at Another Level. Anthony Henry against Roderick Strong. Brett Warburton now joined in the booth by my regular broadcast colleague, Brad Stutz. Brad, welcome to Another Level.
Oh my gosh, man. Well, I was happy to share my spot in the booth with Ethan Case and Tommy Thomas, two guys I respect so much for all their contributions here at PWX. I think it was a shame, a crying shame, that was Ethan Case's only role on the event tonight, but nevertheless, politics out the window. I will say, it gave me a chance to wander around the room, and man, there is a buzz in this room, maybe like I have never felt before. It is title versus career later on tonight, and just so much on the line, and literally, like I hate to use a cliche, but you really could cut it with a knife in Charlotte, North Carolina this afternoon. So much great wrestling, and this right here, Brett, could be the matchup of the night.
Speaking of buzz around the room, what was this Tommy Thomas was saying earlier about Australian twins?
Oh, no, you leave my Australian sister orgy out of this. We're talking wrestling now, Brett. I'll talk to you about that later on the Snapchat.
Are there pictures?
Anthony Henry makes it to the ropes. It's going to be a real evenly matched contest. Both these guys in phenomenal shape. These are two guys that can go for miles and miles and miles. Two hard hitters, heavy-handed. Strikes are their game. Reminiscent of maybe the best pure striker in PWX, Chip Day.
He'll hear you if you say that.
It's true. I've said time and time again, Chip Day would be my #1 draft pick. But these two, it's the kind of match that Chip Day would appreciate because it's two heavy-handed, hard-hitting strikers, two guys that can do it all. They can wrestle, they can fight. How many crazy brawls have we seen Anthony Henry survive with John Schuyler, Tommaso Ciampa, and others?
You know, many thought last month that Anthony Henry would be the next PWX World Heavyweight Champion. The stunned silence when he was the first one eliminated from that fatal four-way. This opportunity against Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong, who's been branching out now, advancing his own career as of late.
Might be a fight. Well, there was wrestling for the first couple of moments. Wrestling may already be out the window, Brett. We may be having a fight right now.
I would have to think that the winner of this contest would be looked at highly for a shot at the PWX World Heavyweight title, be it held by the Southern Savior John Schuyler or the Man Scout after tonight's main event.
Well, one would think, but you know, a lot of questions around the future of Roderick Strong. There's quite a few people on the PWX roster who have got so many offers on the table from organizations all around the world. John Schuyler is one of them. You know, there's a lot of guys whose future is in question. One would think, yes, but we could also be looking at a situation if John Schuyler wins and Roderick Strong wins where the champion or the #1 contender or both gets scooped up by another organization and signed to an exclusive contract. A lot of big deals are being made all around the wrestling world right now. This summer of 2016 is unbelievable.
You know, that was something we, Tommy Thomas and I made mention of during the Star Hollis match, is that those guys wrestled for multiple major promotions in 1 week's time.
Yeah. It's a buyer's market right now. There are so many incredible professional wrestlers all around the country. Just the independent circuit is flourishing like no other time I can ever remember in my 16 years of doing this, or you're, over a decade doing this.
Yes, I just hit my 10-year mark on the Carolinas this past Friday.
And the independents are flourishing like no other time I can ever remember. Both these guys, John Schuyler, Cedric Alexander, somebody like Chip Day, somebody like the Ugly Ducklings, someone like the Man Scout, Caleb Conley, so many of these amazing wrestlers who could get scooped up at any moment and signed to an exclusive contract with a major global powerhouse. It leaves their future, you know, a little bit hanging in the balance, but it also motivates them even more to have the match of their life every time out, because who knows, this might be our last look at Roderick Strong in PWX. It could be our last look at someone like Cedric Alexander tonight.
or even say, let's say Jake Manning wins the PWX World Heavyweight title, it could very well be the last time we see John Skyler.
Absolutely, but if John Skyler retains, it will absolutely be the last time we see the Man Scout. Beautiful power slam. Neglected to go for the cover, though. He popped right back up. I would have gone for the cover. Make him push that weight off your shoulders. Even if it's a 2 count, he's still got to push. What was Henry announced as? 185, 200 pounds?
So.
He's still got to push that 200 pounds off of him.
Now the fight going out to the floor. Anthony Henry not afraid to fight out on the floor. As you said, the match with Tommaso Ciampa, they fought all over the building during that one.
No, I'm going to say it. If it's a fight on the floor, if it's like this, I think Henry has the big advantage because Roderick Strong is in such high demand all over the world. He wrestles all over. You know, PWX is a great place to wrestle. It's a great place to have on your resume. But Roderick Strong is going to be thinking about saving something for the next town more than Anthony Henry is. Anthony Henry is wrestling in his home here in PWX, and he's going to leave it all in the ring and possibly on the floor.
Well, you talked about the world traveling. Anthony Henry just last night was in Pennsylvania for a show. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. That's a long drive back.
Absolutely, and there's no good, easy way to travel for a professional wrestler. Either you're crunched up in a car, you're crunched up in a plane, you're spending 6 hours on the road trying to stay awake. Oh, face first into the canvas. The travel takes so much out of you. You'll hear so many people say, you know, the time in the ring I would gladly do for free. It's the travel, it's the time away that they're paying you for.
You know, I was talking to some of the wrestlers before the show started. We had superstars travel from Pennsylvania where they did shows last night, Louisiana where they did shows over the weekend, you know, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. These guys have traveled from all over to be here as part of PWX Another Level.
Ow! Innovative use of the ring post.
That's one thing I love about Premier Wrestling Experiences. I always see something new. You know, as a fan for 25 years, I think I see it all.
Oh, absolutely.
And then somebody does something new. We saw it in the tag match with the Revolt, that moonsault where he was pushed from the feet to the midsection.
One of the coolest double team moves I've seen in a long time. And you know, when you've been doing this a while, you start to kind of believe that you have seen everything. And it's refreshing, it's life-affirming when you see amazing young talent prove you wrong in that regard. And Roderick Strong looks to be repaying Anthony Henry for his time spent on the floor. I question the safety when security is diving out of the way, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't fill me with confidence to our safety, but that's neither here nor there.
I saw Amber Young watching near some of our PWX photographers, obviously concerned about her man Anthony Henry, the other part of the Lethal Lovers, if you will.
Well, I'm kind of like the third Lethal Lover. That's kind of on the down low. They don't put me on the T-shirts or anything, but
it probably has to do with those twins.
Well, brother.
They were twins, right, or were they just sisters?
Just sisters.
Just sisters, okay.
Ow! Beautiful drop kick from Roderick Strong. Covered dead center of the ring almost. Referee Kevin Pierce says only 2.
PWX, one of the only areas in the Carolinas that will present to you marquee matches like we're seeing here. Roderick Strong and Anthony Henry, Cedric Alexander and Marty Scurll coming up, Jake Manning and the Southern Savior John Skyler for the heavyweight title.
Ow! Not to mention, you know, we have a couple of matchups before as fans are piling in, you know, before we really get rolling. Right. And not to mention, there is an amazing crop of up-and-coming wrestlers right here in the Carolinas. Tonight is the first night that I can recall that those bonus matches, right as the doors are opening, really got huge reactions from the fans that were here. You know, so many wrestlers from the George South Training Academy, so many wrestlers that have been mentored closely by Caleb Conley and Cedric Alexander, so many wrestlers coming out of the Mid-Atlantic Dojo, mentored by Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. There's an amazing crop of talent that's still coming up the next generation of Carolina wrestling is in good hands.
It really is. And those superstars that wrestle on the matches before our tapings start, they're getting that exposure. They're getting that opportunity to be looked at by PWX management, so eventually they can go on the main card. They can go on DVD. They can go on the High Spots Wrestling Network and be seen by other promoters.
Like I said, tonight was the first night I can recall those bonus matches getting such strong reactions from the fans. So kudos to those men involved in those. Roderick is picking apart Henry. Ever since Henry crashed into that protective rail on the outside of the ring, it has been all Roderick.
We're a little over 10 minutes into this contest.
Anthony Henry defiant. Oh God, Roddy just stomping it. No finesse, no pure wrestling there. Roddy just stomping his guts out.
May show just how trained the PWX fans are. As soon as Anthony Henry was out, the crowd parted.
They should just call that section like the diving board or something, because I swear, those poor fans are catching bodies like a mosh pit on that side of the ring.
Oh, I asked Tommy Thomas earlier if there was a betting pool in the back to see who could go the furthest rows back.
I think, depending upon how you look at it, Corey Hollis either won or lost that bet, depending on how you look at it.
Well, Tommy refused to admit or deny anything, but was rooting for Cedric Alexander.
That's true. We've still got a lot of wrestlers coming up who have a tendency to hurl their bodies in a projectile fashion out of the ring. Trading shots.
Just back and forth. Now Anthony Henry with the advantage.
Fire away. Good thinking on the part of Henry. Oh, caught him behind the ear. That will knock a man out.
Anthony Henry going to go up top. Roderick Strong there to stop him.
Shoved him off. He created space. Roddy was not fast enough. Roddy was not fast enough. Just that momentary lapse, just stunning Roddy enough. He wasn't fast enough to get to Henry again, and Henry connected.
The count is on by referee Kevin Pierce. Looks like Roderick Strong may be moving first. And just as I say that, Anthony Henry sits up and rolls over to the ropes. Those ropes will help him get back up to his feet.
Count at 6. Looks like both men are going to make it with no problem, but they are showing the effects of this war that they have been waging. Big clothesline, making a combination out of it. Caught him from behind.
That left one won't get you, the right one will.
Said the same thing about the Australians. Cover, and only got 2.
It's a boomerang, I got it.
Anthony Henry feeling it, feeding off the energy of this crowd. Oh no. Roderick has got all those variations of the backbreaker. Henry cannot get caught in any of them. 2. Ooh, almost got him. Almost held him down for 3. Talk about, a moment ago, I talked about Anthony Henry feeding off the energy of this crowd. This crowd deserves some props too. It is a hot afternoon in the Carolinas here in the month of July, and this crowd is still with all the amazing action that they are seeing. They have just given us their energy, just like the wrestlers in the ring have tonight, as it is a hot Carolina afternoon here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, I was not looking forward to getting dressed up for tonight's show. Then I realized, hey, I'm off camera tonight.
Woo! Jeez. Drop kick in the mouth.
Yeah, the old suit jacket stayed in the locker room.
Anthony Henry is going to be spitting out teeth like Tic Tacs after that one. Strong measuring his man. Ow, knee strike. Ow, forearm. Ow, God. Strong is punishing Anthony Henry. Face first into the mat.
I don't know if Anthony Henry knows where he is.
Ooh. Had the presence of mind to avoid the fatal 3 count, and Amber Young looking concerned at ringside, rightfully so. Anthony Henry has been rocked in the past few moments.
I don't know how Anthony Henry is able to get up to his feet after that assault by Roderick Strong.
Excellent ring awareness. A lot of times in there, that's half the battle. You get knocked loopy and just being able to recover and know where you are and know what's happening to you.
I think that foot of Henry may be caught up in the turn post.
That would be very unfortunate for him. Although it will also be unfortunate if it's not hooked in the turnbuckle. Anthony Henry is pretty much in a no-win situation right now unless he slips out. Excellent, excellent. I think he heard my coaching right there. Uh-oh, and now Roderick is in a no-win situation. Ow, in the temple.
That one may have
Again,
been in the ear.
2 feet in the face. 3 times. I would just keep kicking him.
Oh, the referee, what's he doing? Is he gonna go coast to coast?
Anthony Henry may be looking for some hang time. Boom! Cover 2. He only got 2.
Even the crowd saying it was 3. So that's why I never wanted to be an official. You're just going to hear about that for weeks after that. Rear weight, no.
Oh boy, kudo driver. Roderick knew to avoid that. He was going to get dropped right on his dome. This is just a slugfest, Brett. Caught him!
Oh, what a backbreaker.
Center of the ring. 2! Boy, that was great ring awareness and ring presence from Roderick. Yanked him right into the center of the ring. He had to throw Roderick's weight off of him. He could not make a rope. And tongue-tied.
I know it.
It's Carolina heat.
It's excitable. It's exciting out here.
Roderick going up. Huge knee.
Strong going for that superplex again.
Anthony Henry was able to avoid it the first time, but not the second.
The impact of Anthony Henry crashing into the canvas.
2 and only 2.
About 18 minutes have gone by in this tremendous encounter between these two great athletes.
These guys have got to be mindful of the time, though. We have not had anything tonight reach close to the time limit yet, but these guys are inching up on that 20-minute time limit, and Brett, they may not even be aware of it in the heat of the moment.
It can happen. You get fighting in there, you're not paying attention to the time. Your only thought is victory.
Oh, caught him behind the ear!
Anthony needs to do something. We're about a minute and a half away.
Yeah, a little bit less than 90 seconds at this point. And again, I don't know if the 2 men in the ring are aware of how much time is left. Like I said, nothing tonight has come close to the time limit until this matchup.
And they're up. Forearm strike. Back and forth by one another. Big boot. Low kick. High knee.
Swing and a miss. Roderick, double knees in the sternum. Woo, sick kick. Cover 1, 2, 2.
Unbelievable.
Anthony Henry survives. Boy, we are seconds away from this thing being over. Slugging it out.
And up and over. Rear waistlock applied.
Boom! Kicked him right in the head.
Up, fireman's carry, caught.
Boom!
Anthony Henry's going to go up top. Could be the frog splash. There's the frog splash. Cover.
1, 2, 2! Man, the emotion on both men's faces. I believe the call has been made to give these guys a few more minutes here. We are basically in overtime.
Not going to hurt my feelings any.
No, we are in overtime.
I want to see a winner just as much as you do.
But even still, 5 more minutes. They're going to cross that 5 more minute mark here very shortly.
Now Henry rolls out to the floor.
We're well past 20.
And we're in. Come on. Strong's going out after him.
The boss just said they're going to let him go.
All right, I like to hear that.
So we are in sudden death. One fall will win this contest. That's a good call by management.
Yeah.
Let's see a winner and a loser. Small package. 2. Got him! In overtime, Anthony Henry wins it. What a match.
For over 20 minutes, these two beat the ever-loving hell out of one another. And in the end, a small package, an inside cradle, gets the victory for Anthony Henry.
Quick thinking and sharp wrestling wins that matchup, and Anthony Henry is back on a roll.
To be honest with you, great finish. I mean, I've been on shows with you before, but I haven't watched like a ton of your stuff. But today, fuck, I was impressed.
Yeah.
I had guys like Tommaso Ciampa hit me up, letting me know like there's Anthony Henry guys for real. And honestly, until I get in the ring with you, I don't believe shit. So I just wanted to thank you for welcoming me back to PWX.